turn down a quiet little lane, an unmade road not for cars, so you're only likely to meet some farm vehicles, or if it's during the Why Not Festival, you can see this time of year, because we're in the winter, it's puddling but it's flat and the terrain is pretty easy. There's some rocks further up, as you'll see, but with the bikes with full suspension they'll ride through them quite easily. And to be honest, with the mud guards on, you can go straight through the water without really getting wet. So it's not a difficult terrain to ride. The bike will cope with it, but you need to be comfortable this sort of terrain is for you. It's quite gentle. You can see I'm not really huffing and puffing and riding difficulty. You'll see as we progress down the lane that it gets to some bigger rocks later on, but they're only loose rocks, so they're not hard to cycle on and the bike will take it. I always say on an e-bike, it will make it, it's your brain or your mind that won't. So if in doubt, keep pedaling. So you've got a little bit of rain in the air now. Shame, because it's been a pretty lovely day up until now for a January one. We have quite a lot of lanes like this. Some of them are gentler than this. This is a little more unmade. But the beauty to me is it's nice easy cycling and there's no cars. See a bit of a muddy patch there. Just keep cycling through the mud without much problem. Your back wheel slid a little bit there because it was steep. I could have avoided it. I guess I was trying to show you all what it's like cycling at this time of year. This track is on quite a few of our routes. Trying to think of some of the different ones. Normally they're easy routes, so we wouldn't call this intermediate or anything like that. It'd need to be a bit harder to cycle the intermediate, but obviously everything does get a little different in the winter. It's very simple in the summer. So this particular country lane is about a mile long, and for those of you that are interested, it's also the access road when you're leaving the Why Not Festival. So about 10,000 cars come down here then. So it is used, that's the only time of year to really avoid if you're looking to book, is when the Why Not Festival is on. This road is definitely not rideable. See, I'm not really bothering to avoid the puddles too much. Looking down at my shoes and that, I'm not that covered, so they'd have to be a bit deeper and longer, I think. Bit of puddle avoidance. But as I say, it doesn't really matter if you accidentally hit one. Another again there, it's easy enough just to go straight through them. So there's not many rocks on the surface. Sometimes in the summer it can be a bit rocky at this lane, but today actually it's pretty good cycling conditions. There's only that one muddy patch coming out of one of the fields, which if I've been riding cautiously I would have avoided. Other than that, it's a very pleasant ride down here today. This is also on one of our trike tours. To be fair, on terrain like this, the trike is possibly even better than the bike. We took them out over Christmas and it was a bit icy, and obviously the trike, because it's got 3 wheels, was more stable than the bike. The only time the trike is harder than the bike really is when you've got deep ruts that the tractors have made, Nothing, you know, not on this lane, because then you end up riding almost at 45 degrees because you can only fit one of the trike wheels in there. But you know, we would avoid paths like that on all of the trike tours, because the idea for trikes is it makes it more accessible, not more challenging. It's only people like me, when I'm not doing tours, that quite like to try it out. So hopefully that gives you a really good idea of what it's like cycling on this sort of lane.